What's going on, everybody? Today in this video I figured I'd go ahead and show you all an old map that I made many years ago in Far Cry 3. I just randomly thought of this map recently, and I thought that you all might actually take a little interest into this map. This map I created mainly because at the time in Far Cry 3 you couldn't play multiple maps. You could only play one map at a time, like if you were trying to test your maps. So you can only play one map at a time, and I felt people were getting tired of playing the same map over and over and over again. And another thing too was, let's say you're trying to beta test your map and you've got a full lobby of people. You have to wait a while for the lobby to fill up and get a good amount of players in to really have some action in your map. And once you do, it's really satisfying. And you don't want to lose all of those players by trying to select a different map to play. So what I did was I created a map called Quad, and this is the map here. And basically what Quad is, it is a map that technically has 4 different maps in it. Each map has its own game mode. And there's my old ID there. But anyways, so every single map has its own game mode. And in Far Cry 3 we had 4 game modes. We had Team Deathmatch, we had Firestorm, we had Transmission, we had Domination. Really wish we had that many options in Far Cry 5. But anyways, so this is Quad here. And we have this part of the map over here. This was Firestorm. I don't know what's up with the... Oh, yeah, that's right. These floors have terrible render distance. Anyways, this map here was Firestorm. And you had 2 old rusty ships. And then you had an old warehouse, or what, I don't know what this place is. But it's all overgrown. It's old, abandoned, bunch of junk and scrap everywhere, some containers and crates, things like that. Not a whole lot of cover now looking at it. But so if the game randomly selected Firestorm as the game mode, we would end up spawning only in these parts of the map. Now if we ended up doing Team Deathmatch, we'll all spawn over here. So we have blue team spawns here on the highway, and they're just running their way to the village here. Red team spawns in the construction site. So we have the construction site here, not very tall. Decent sniping vantage point there. Then we have a couple of other buildings, some interior locations as well. And then, I don't even know what's over here. Another place, a little warehouse. So yeah, so they're not really big maps, but they're enough. And I must have ran out of objects, yeah, because I just seen this, and this is completely plain over here. So yeah, 99.99% of germs. So anyways, let's go ahead and head on over to Dominations Area. And this is an old historical war-torn city. And we had B in the middle of the bridge, in the middle of the map. And then we had, I think we had A over here somewhere. Oh yeah, A's in the fountain with an explosive barrel. It's kind of messed up. And then B is over here. Or no, C, I'm sorry. C is over here. And red team. Couple of little areas here and there. There's not much interior design in these buildings at all. We have a couple of little areas, and I wanted both sides to relatively match each other. So, but yeah, that is Domination. And then over here we have Transmission. Now this is supposed to be some sort of old military or facility, some sort of base in a snowy region. Now in Far Cry 3 we didn't have the snow texture available to us, so the best solution was white gravel with the sun at the highest point in the sky. And it's so white you don't really tell, you can't really tell. It looks like dirty snow from a distance. But if you're just playing, your mind is occupied on something else anyway, so you're not even paying attention to it. But it achieves what it's supposed to do well enough. Then we have just some black rock as the texture there. Blue team spawns over here, and red team spawns over here, and then we have this bridge as well. So, but yeah, this was Quad, and so every time that we would play a different game mode, we'd go to a different map. Unfortunately, I really don't recall me testing the map out that much, which is really unfortunate. But I think this was around the time Far Cry 4 was coming out, so we all pretty much went to that game, and I just stayed in that map editor and never really came back to this. And I think at the time too, we were hoping Ubisoft would implement the custom PvP maps in Far Cry 4, and they did not, unfortunately. But yeah, I was really happy with this map. Given the amount of object space that I had, I utilized it fairly well. So yeah, anyways, that is Quad. Now that I have this loaded up, Far Cry 3, I was actually browsing through some old maps, so maybe I'll show off the terrible, terrible maps that I made, because this was very early in my map editing, so it was a newbie for sure. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You all take care now. See ya.